I I shouldn't even be making this video right now, but I am. Why should I make this video? Because I should be out of school right now. It's 11:30. I get out in half an hour, but I got sent home for close contact with the global pandemic virus, new variant, premium edition. That's what I got diagnosed with, or not diagnosed, sent home for close contact with. And so I'm here at my house now, and I thought that I'd use this time to catch up on college homework, but at the same time I'm also kind of in this phase where I'm trying to knock on a bit of a dopamine detox, and I'm trying to not like stimulate my brain, which includes music. You know, most like aesthetic, whatever, people want to listen to music and just do the, you know what I mean? But we don't do that. So I decided I just have a conversation while I do homework. And it's gonna be a video where I just talk about random stuff as I do homework. It's not like a study with me, but it's not like a day in my life either. It's just in this brief like hour that I'm gonna do homework. It's probably gonna chop down to like a 10-minute video. But whatever, with that being said, the homework starts now. So I kind of have like this thing, or what I'm doing right now is actually an English essay. Hold on. It's like an English essay reflection thing that I need to do for my first class, or for one of my classes. As a college student, I've been introduced to the fact that I do college and high school at the same time, and I take a class called English 102 because I'm going for my associates in the general arts by the time I graduate high school, which is next year because I'm a junior. And yeah, so our first assignment is like a reflection kind of assignment. We have to reflect on your history with writing, and just you have to reflect and then show how what you're going to do with writing in the future. And in my case, I'm reflecting because I'm naturally a really good writer. It's my gift, it's my talent. I'm not going to say it's not, but all I'm really going to do is just talk about how I am a good writer, and I've always like never had trouble writing in the past, and I kind of want to use that talent to write a book because I do have big plans to write a book in the future. Honestly, very, very recently, like just like 10 minutes ago, I was on my drive home. My mom informed me that she's getting the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and your boy, running a YouTube channel, sitting here with an iPhone XR, and that's what I'm using to film. So I just made it my new goal. When she gets home, I have this thing for collecting like boxes. Like in my closet back here, I know you can't see it, but in my closet back there, I actually have a bunch of boxes whenever I built my gaming computer, which is actually over there in a separate living room. But I built a gaming computer, and I thought I would save the box to just kind of show off what I've done. And I decided to put a spin on that and take her iPhone 13 box that I know she's not gonna want, and put it as my goal next, that soon I'm going to buy myself a brand new phone. Because this phone I bought myself as well, but I bought it with money that I did from working a job that I didn't like. So I'd want to buy a new phone to represent me purchasing it, doing what I love, or working towards what I love. Because I have the money to buy it, but it's not really worth it. It wouldn't be a good spend. Like, as Ali Abdaal says, or Ali Abdaal, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but he always says that the best things, or the best time to like change or buy something, is only if it's a 0 to 1 jump, which means it's like from going from having no phone to a phone. That's the only time it's necessary to buy one. But since I already have a phone, there's no need, unless I can do it without using necessary or like, you know, money that I need to buy the phone. Is the only way that I would buy it, with spare cash that I have, which I do technically have spare cash, but again, I would like to do it where I have enough spare cash to buy 2 iPhones. That's also a rule I live. That's also a rule I live by. If you can't buy 2 of it, don't buy it at all. So yeah, new goal. I gotta pin it on the vision board right here in front of me, is to have an iPhone 13, or just a new iPhone. me move my Timothy Chalamet picture. Not gonna lie, every time I do like a college assignment, I kind of think about the fact that I'm gonna graduate high school not only as a 17-year-old, but I'm gonna graduate high school as a 17-year-old with an associate's degree. I honestly think that's crazy. And again, the plane noise in the background you're probably gonna hear. There's nothing I can do about it, really. As long as it doesn't get louder, I'll probably chop it out if it gets louder, but. I just think it's like really nuts that I'm set to graduate high school and my first 2 years of college with a degree when I'm 17 years old. I think it's nuts. Like I didn't think that me testing into kindergarten when I was 4 years old would kind of put me where I am now. And I mean, as the years go by, what do you know? It actually does set me up. Or it actually did set me up. Kind of brings me to where I'm now. You know, I tested into a charter school and then just from there, worked my way up. But funny enough, it's like, I remember that back in the day when I was like in kindergarten, I didn't know this, that my teacher was somebody, like my teacher tried to get me kicked out of kindergarten, out of the school because I was too young. And it's because the school let me test in, so there's nothing she could do about it, but she got pretty close from what I remember. And it's weird to think about how if that would have happened, I would be a year behind rather than a year ahead. And I don't know, it's just things you kind of think about when you're laying in bed and you have nothing else to think about. Or when I'm sitting in class and I'm thinking like, dang bro, this algebra is hard. And I realize that I've worked like so hard to get here. And so have my parents, again, they tried their best to get me tested into the school. Obviously I can only go, they can only go so far. It depends on my knowledge. But it's crazy that added up. Like I didn't think that would do much. I would always tell kids, oh, I'm this age, like, oh, I'm this young. And it's like, oh wow, you're young, cool. It's, the later on you go in life, the more the things you did in the past kind of like affect it. And it depends in a positive or negative way. And that one just happened to be one of those positive things that happened in my life. Wow. I don't know. It's just, it's kind of weird to think about because going back to the whole book thing that I said I wanted to write a book. And the reason why I want to write a book, or what I want the book to be about, is I kind of want it to help kids like my age or like in their teens kind of be aware of themselves, and that now like the time in their teen years is their chance to get something started for themselves. Whether like, I'm not telling them to start YouTube, but to start something, because time flies by. And I kind of look at everyone around me and I kind of try my best to help them out, help them just kind of motivate them to start something themselves, because I can't tell them what to start. They have to realize it themselves, but I can motivate them to try to find said thing. And it never really succeeds. And so I kind of watch like them drown in this like ignorance of my word. And I'm not trying to say it's like, oh, I'm just smarter than them, but I would like to think of myself as more aware, more like self-aware, and more aware of the world around me in that light, like in that sort of light, than the kids around me. And it's kind of what put me at an advantage. Even though I'm sitting here in my bedroom making crappy videos that no one's just gonna watch, I know that one day people are gonna watch this video. Like what's a fly? People are gonna watch these videos and see them as like some of the best videos that I've ever made, because They're the ones that I made without a care in the world for who's gonna watch them, because I don't think anyone's gonna watch them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very aware of that one day people are gonna come back and be like, oh, yo, this video is like golden. Like, you know what I mean? They're gonna say that my videos aren't the same anymore. And they're gonna look back at these and really enjoy them. And really find more value from these than the ones in the future. And I hope that that's not the case. But I pretty much have a feeling that it is, no matter what. It is gonna be the case. And I already accepted it, but it's like, I wouldn't want that to happen. So the book itself is probably gonna be about what I just said. I wanna teach people that want to learn to open their eyes and open their minds to the fact that you don't actually have as much time as you think. And even if you do have tons of time, you have to think about the fact that you have to want to start something in order to start. Because you can say, oh yeah, I'm gonna start something later. But you don't actually want to start something. You don't want to actually do anything to help yourself. And I want to teach kids to, or not even teach kids, to teach anybody, but my target audience would be like teenagers like me, like high schoolers that have a lot of time on their hands, to take advantage of the time and hopefully just kind of give them a refresher, because they know that they don't have much time left. Or they have a sense that, oh, I don't have time. Like, oh, they're like, oh yeah, you know, I have tons of time. I have all of high school. But it's like, then their sophomore year comes, and their junior year comes, and then their senior year comes, and that's the thing. It's like, I had even less time because, you know, my mind wasn't even as developed as half of these kids, because I was a year younger. And it's like, I thought the same way as them, but a year behind. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have to worry till I turn 18. So I thought I had even more time. But in reality, I get out when I'm 17. So I have even less time. And yeah, I hope to write this book and open people's minds. Like, I'm calling this out right now. I'm going to have this book written. I'm going to be starting on this book, or have the book partially done, like, in at least a year. And it's not even about that. It's not even about being done with the book or whatever. It's about people knowing that I'm going to release this book, and people are going to actually want to read the book. And it's going to be big. The book's going to be big. Trust me. In like a year or two's time, I'm going to have that 25K, and I'm going to have a book. It's going to be crazy. And I know that book is going to help so many people, because I feel like I have this knowledge that not a lot of other kids have. And that's just going to boost my book even more, the fact that I'm just a kid. Because I want to write this before I turn 18 and publish it before I turn 18. And it's like, I want to be like the kid Mark Manson, you know what I mean? Like, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Crazy book, love that book. And I want to make a book like that. Like, a best-selling book that people don't think of, like, oh, cliche, start up your business, 4-hour work week kind of thing. Which I read the 4-hour work week. It's nuts too. So like Purple Cow, 4-hour work week, those books are crazy. Those books are good. Hold on, play noises. You know, those books are like cool or whatever, but like, those books are cool, right? But the thing is, I feel like they have this thing of being like cringy, cliche, or just like, just plain. Oh, that's my dog. I'll go get it right now. There's a reputation of being like cliche, cringy, like business books, which I still have read them again, and they're really good. But I want to have this book that anyone can pick up and read, no matter what reading level you are. Like, no matter whether you're into business or anything, because it's going to be very general, very broad, onto the topic of, onto the topic of just mind, like, just on the topic of thinking. And anyone can think. You know what I mean? Anyone can think, but not anyone can think about business. That's why I say my book's gonna be different. The book is gonna target people, just people. Like, you know, you can recommend it to your friend that likes to read, but doesn't like to be like entrepreneurial, or doesn't like someone that's in the 9-to-5 loophole. Any person in the 9-to-5 loophole, anybody in the middle to lower class of people, or anybody in the 9 to 5 loophole can read that book or can benefit from the book. And anybody born into like a rich family can make that book, because it's not really about doing it to make money, but it's just doing it to live a nice, my God, a freaking fly. It's not about starting something for yourself just to make money, but it's starting something for yourself to be happy for the rest of your life, to find purpose in your life. And again, that book, big plans. And you're talking about it here. If you see this video before I have 25,000 subscribers, then, well, again, congratulations, you know about the book. If you don't, if you see it later on, you see it later on. But again, calling in now. Whenever this video posts, I don't exactly know, but today is January 18th, 2022. Calling in right now. Funny enough, I'm actually going to make part of this essay on how I plan to write a book. Because you have to reflect on how writing has affected you in the past and how you're going to use it to your advantage in the future. How I'm using the advantage in the future is make it a stream of income again through the book. Pretty crazy. What a coincidence. And I did not mean for this to correlate at all. I think it's crazy it's already 2022. And I'm going to be honest, and me and a lot of people in this world have missed the opportunity that 2020 gave to us, which is the opportunity to start something for yourself online, on the internet, social media, etc. I made a TikTok account. I got it to 8K, like 8,000. And then I quit because I became insecure. Sucked, but I did. And then, come 2021, I got a perm. I started watching Hamza. Perm went away. Started TikTok again. Got my hair chopped off. Stopped TikTok. Started again. Got 2 strikes. And now I'm on a new account. That's not important. But the point is, we really missed what 2020 can give to us. And we're kind of watching the same people that did take advantage of it. Like people like Jordan Green, Hamza, my 2 biggest examples of people who started. Hamza started like 2019, but 2020 was like, gave him the ability to pop off because COVID. Jordan Green, same thing. People that used 2020 to their advantage and succeeded. And we're watching them, and I kind of realized, freaking airplanes. People that already put in the work and are now enjoying the fruits of their labor. Like Jordan Green just moved into an apartment, got his new car. Hamza has his own, he has his own cult. He could probably move out of his house if he wanted to. And he just, he's free from the 9 to 5 loophole for the rest of his life. And so is Jordan Green at such a young age. And me, I was dumb enough to not do anything back then, but I am fortunate enough to still have time, and I plan to do it at an even younger age. Again, by the time I get out of high school. At 17 years old, I want to be financially free to the point where I can move out soon. And again, it could have been sooner, it could have been now, it could have been today, but I just didn't start and I was ignorant. But I kind of feel like that's all a part of the process of, developing as a person. And everyone has to go through a stage of ignorance in some way, shape, or form. And for me, I was very ignorant towards entrepreneurship. Very, very ignorant. I thought that I could just freaking wake up one day and just somehow be stinking rich. I don't know what I was thinking, why I thought it, but I just did. And now I'm stuck where I am. I have a part-time job, but I plan to quit by the time I turn 17. And again, be financially stable. Or start being financially stable by the time I turn 17 and let it build up by the time I'm 18. And then move out. And then continue what I'm doing. Move into the acting scene, like the film and TV industry. And then make my book. and whatever goes next, whatever comes next is next. Yeah. I mean, I finished the assignment. I actually talked about quite a bit, and I'm probably gonna end the video here. Honestly, this is probably way better than listening to music. Talking to camera like this, I'm probably gonna do this more often. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.